Peace and blessings and assalamu alaikum, dear family. How y'all doing today? This is your brother, Malcolm Flax, live and direct with another exclusive. You know, I'm so elated right now. I'm so happy right now, you know, because, you know, we finally able to see who these individuals are for who they really are. We finally able to really expose the plot. You know what I'm saying? We finally able to see what angle these individuals are really coming from. Okay? Now, you have these two individuals, young Pharoah and Sara Suten Seti. We've been lighting their asses up all weekend. Okay? We've been lighting their asses up all weekend. And they've been acting like they've been wanting that smoke. And we've been pulling up, giving them that smoke. And come to find out, they really don't want that smoke. Okay? They really don't want that smoke. If y'all saw the video last night, one of the main things in the beginning that they were trying to emphasize is that they are dealing with strictly scholarship. They said it don't have to get physical. Okay? It don't have to get personal. We don't have to sling insults over social media, although they were still throwing insults over social media in their video after they said that last night. But they wanted us to know that they don't want to get physical. You know what I'm saying? They really don't want that smoke. They don't want to take none of it personal. It is just strictly scholarship. Okay? Well, my message to you individuals, if you want to keep it strictly scholarship, quit insulting the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and their followers. Quit disrespecting us. Quit playing games with us. Because it's obvious that you dudes are not soldiers. You dudes are not revolutionaries. You know what I'm saying? You dudes are not even real scholars. You dudes are pseudo-scholars. You dudes are not even real scholars. You dudes are pseudo-scholars. Okay? So quit playing with the Nation of Islam. Don't play with us. Okay? We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't the ones to be played with. Okay? And it was obvious in your video that you two were afraid. You dudes, y'all really don't want no smoke with the Nation of Islam. Y'all just want to have a debate. And I saw where you all changed the title of that video that y'all did last night. Okay? Pharaoh's Magicians. You know what I'm saying? Y'all changed the title because y'all know we've been pulling up. Y'all know we've been bringing that gas. Huh? So y'all want to keep it on a scholarship level. You know? Y'all talking about y'all only want big Muslims. Y'all don't want no little Muslims. Well, let me be the first to tell you it ain't no such thing as a little Muslim. Okay? So let's deal with this. Because I'm going to show you how whack your scholarship is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even scholarship. It's bullshit. Okay? You niggas are reaching more than Stretch Armstrong. Y'all way over there in Detroit and Buffalo, New York, trying to tell the people what's going on in Los Angeles. With the Crips and the Bloods, with the Game and Snoop Dogg. Like y'all got special information. Okay? Like y'all know exactly what went down with that situation. Well, let me tell you that I was there. I was one of the many brothers that was there to bear witness of everything that took place. So everything that you all said in your last video last night was completely false. Okay? And I'm gonna explain the story and how it went down. Okay, let me show you that I was there. That's me right there on the top of the screen right there. Look in the corner on the top of the screen. That's me in the Final Call newspaper.
48 hours with mixed emotions. I ain't answering text from a girl. I couldn't figure out how to play the game with my kid. I wasn't there.
So let me explain to you what happened. That was at a time where Alton Sterling was murdered by the police. Walter Scott, some Mexican brothers. There was a lot of brothers at that time being murdered by the police all over the country. The gang was so fed up of seeing his brothers murdered in the street, his first instinct was to call for, basically a riot, you know what I'm saying, a revolution or whatnot. But he wasn't sure if he wanted to make that call, but that was his initial feeling. So what the brother did at first, there go Brother Reza in the corner right there. What the brother did, he said, well, let me call Student Minister Tony Muhammad and get some advice and some counsel from one of our leaders. So he called the brother. So what Minister Tony did was he didn't want to go ahead of his leader, who was the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So he directed Brother Game to the minister. But what the minister so wisely did was he said, well, my student, Brother Tony Muhammad, knows what to do. So just go back and he will guide you. Okay? So the gang went back to Minister Tony. And Minister Tony gave him advice and counsel on how to deal with this situation. So that's why when you look at the video, you see the brothers rallied up and met at a certain point, and we all marched down to
48 hours with mixed emotions. I ain't answering text from a girl. I couldn't figure out how to play the game with my kid. I wasn't playing because I had something in my heart that was burning, and I didn't know which way I was gonna go. I didn't know if I wanted to burn a police car, or I didn't know if I wanted to shake a policeman's hand. But then after seeing those two videos of those brothers getting killed, and then after two Latinos getting killed, 4 people in 4 days in 4 different.
It was all over the news. You know what I'm saying? Brothers going downtown LA to LAPD headquarters. Okay? So when we get there, and we're going to show you how we know that Allah had his hand in the whole thing, because when we got there, they were having a academy graduation ceremony. There were many people who were graduating from the academy having their ceremony. They didn't know that we were coming, and we didn't know that they were having a ceremony. So that's just the way that Allah set it up. All the news came out, the news followed us all the way down there, helicopters was over our heads. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way Allah set this whole thing up. So, but you cats in the video are saying, oh yeah, why was Scientology in the middle of bringing black gangs together for a peace treaty? Scientology had nothing to do with what happened outside of just allowing us to use their building. Okay? That's all Scientology was involved with, in allowing us to use their building to hold the event. Okay? I'm going to show some footage of the event. But that's it. You know You know what I'm saying? The Nation of Islam and student minister Tony were the ones who facilitated the whole situation between the Crips and the Bloods. Okay? The Church of Scientology was not in the middle of trying to facilitate what goes down between the Crips and the Bloods, the gangs. It had nothing to do with that outside of just letting us use the building for the event. Yeah, so these are many of the images of that day. Okay? So family, viewers, don't let these individuals, these niggas who are on the outside looking in, trying to family, don't let these individuals, these dudes on the outside looking in, try to tell you what happened when they don't have any involvement in what happened. They don't know what happened because they weren't there to explain to you in its entirety and in truth what took place. These niggas are on the outside looking in. They weren't there. They are guessing and making speculations and accusations, but don't know what the hell they talking about. Quit listening to these dudes. Another thing, you dudes say that the Nation of Islam is involved with a satanic cult. Now, I got a couple questions for y'all. Common sense questions, okay? Show me where in Dianetics, because I know you ain't read not a book, and you say that y'all are scholars, okay? Y'all claim to be scholars, but you haven't wrote not a book, or read not a book on Dianetics. But I challenge you to show me where Dianetics, where there's Satanism in Dianetics. I challenge you to show me or show us where Satanism is in the supreme wisdom. I know you can't do it. I know you can't do it. Show us where there's Satanism in Dianetics, in supreme wisdom. Since you want to associate us with a satanic cult. Another thing, whatever happens with the Scientology religion and their doctrine has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam. We don't go there to receive teachings from their religious doctrine. We're just taking the tech. We're taking the tool, a technology called Dianetics that has no Satanism in it. We are taking the meat and we are leaving the bones. We are taking the meat and we are leaving the bones. Okay? So show us in the supreme wisdom, show us in Dianetics where there's Satanism. You can't do it. So don't sit up here and try to associate the Nation of Islam with wrongdoing, alleged wrongdoing in another organization. Okay? If L. Ron Hubbard was good friends with Aleister Crowley, that has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam and Minister Farrakhan. I repeat, if L. Ron Hubbard was good friends with Aleister Crowley, that has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan has never met L. Ron Hubbard. Minister Farrakhan has never met Aleister Crowley. So we know damn well that they weren't certainly friends. Okay? So quit trying to make that connection. Quit trying to throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks. Because the only little involvement that we have with Scientology is through Dianetics. And show and prove to us, the people, that Satanism is in Dianetics. That's all you got to do. The burden of proof ain't on us. The burden of proof is on y'all, since y'all are the ones making the claim. Okay? Show us. You can't try to associate the Nation of Islam with Satanism if we don't practice Satanism. Show us in the Supreme Wisdom where there's Satanism in our teachings and our lessons. Okay? So now, young Pharoah tried to break down what Dianetics is and how it is used. Okay? Now, I'm going to read to you the definition of it, then I'm going to explain how it is used. Okay? So when you look at my screen, I'm going to read the definition. The definition says, Dianetics, Greek meaning through and nous meaning mind, is a set of ideas and practice regarding the metaphysical relationship between the mind and body created by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard. Dianetics is practiced by followers of Scientology and the Nation of Islam as of 2010, an independent Dianetics group. An independent Dianetics group. So, but you trying to bunch us up with Scientology. Dianetics divides the mind into three parts: the conscious analytical mind, the subconscious reactive mind, and the somatic mind. The goal of Dianetics is to erase the content of the reactive mind, which Scientologists believe interferes with the person's ethics, awareness, happiness, and sanity. The Dianetics procedure to achieve this erasure is called auditing. In auditing, the Dianetic auditor asks a series of questions for commands and elicits answers to help a person locate and deal with the painful experience of the past, which Scientologists believe to be the content of the reactive mind. Okay? Now, I just read to you what the definition of Dianetics is. Now, I will explain to you what is the process when you go through an auditing session. Okay? When you're sitting in an auditing session, young Pharoah and Sara, Suten, Seti, this is elementary school. I heard young Pharoah said in this video, auditing is a form of hypnosis. Wrong. You're emphatically wrong. And that what you said was false. Okay? Auditing has nothing to do with hypnotism. You are not being hypnotized in the auditing session. It's not psychiatry or nothing like that. This is auditing. And auditing works like this. You are sitting across from an auditor. Okay? Somebody who's a professional who's trained in auditing. Okay? You were sitting there just with your eyes closed. And all they are doing is asking you to go back in your past and remember some of your painful memories. Okay? And then all they want to know is, how did you feel during that experience? What were your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? What did you see? What did you smell? What did you hear in that situation? Okay? And then they do that and they bring you back to present time. Okay? Because when you go through a painful experience, the whole experience with the things that you see, the things that you hear, the things that you smell, you know what I'm saying? Your brain takes in the whole experience. Okay? So they help you get past the mental roadblock and bring you back into present time. So the things that used to make you react a certain kind of way, you know what I'm saying? You no longer react to them in the manner that you normally do. And that's why they call it the reactive mind, because something stimulates your brain. Something in the past that happened stimulates your brain to make you react to a certain situation that you wouldn't normally react to. Okay? For instance, if somebody beat you up and take your lunch money. Somebody that was a black man that was bigger than you beat you up and take your lunch money. So every time you see a big black dude, you think he's about to come and bully you. So you react to him as if you reacted to the dude 20, 30 years ago who beat you up and jacked you for your lunch money. So it teaches you and allows you not to react to this individual because that person may not be there to harm you. That's what auditing is for. Okay? And I bear witness that it works because I've been audited. And when you're in the auditing session, the auditor is not doing nothing. All he's doing is asking you a few questions, but you, the person that's being audited, is doing all of the talking. You're doing all of the talking, not the auditor. You know what I'm saying? We have taken this technology to the streets to our people because our people have so much on their mind. We are so messed up that when the brothers just go and talk to the people and we just allow them to get whatever they had on their mind off their chest. We just allow them to speak and get whatever it is they had on their mind off of their chest. And after they talk to us and say what they need to say, they feel way better. They leave the confrontation because that's all they're doing is confronting themselves. After they leave that experience, our people feel way better. So then they just want to come and hang out with us. They want to come to our mosque meetings. They want to learn more just because we just sat down and listened to what they had to say. So you dudes is trying to twist it and make it other than what it really is. And it's not rocket science. It's just listening to people and just letting them express themselves. That's it. Okay? So miss us with that. And another point, you want to say that, the L. Ron Hubbards, they own slaves. I mean, that has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam, okay? The people that own YouTube, I'm pretty sure that their family owned slaves. The people that their families and their parents were Jews. The people that own Google, their family and their parents were Jews. I'm pretty sure a lot of these people on these different platforms that you own, their parents own slaves. That cell phone that you got in your pocket, I'm pretty sure them people, family were slave owners. So that has nothing to do with the Dianetics. That has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam. All you dudes are doing is just trying to stoke fear into the people. Y'all keep bringing up L. Ron Hubbard's past, okay? And who he was associated with, the things that he done. We don't care because we don't follow L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard is not our leader. He's not the leader of the Nation of Islam. Our eternal leader is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's who we follow. And that's who told us to go and get the tech, told us to go and get Dianetics. Okay? You dudes are saying, oh yeah, but why go in there and let these white folks operate on our brain? False. The minister told the members in the Nation of Islam to go and get the technology so we, black people, can audit our people. He don't want them auditing our people. He wants his own people to audit our people. And we have a code of secrecy in these auditing sessions. Okay? Something that y'all fail to realize and understand. That we don't have our people going there telling their deepest, darkest secrets just to use that to blackmail them. We have a code of secrecy in these auditing sessions, and any member in the nation who takes somebody's information out of an auditing session can be expelled and kicked out of the Nation of Islam for life. So they are sworn by oath. They can't take nobody's information outside of a auditing session. That is confidential. So why would you ask the minister to divulge information from his auditing sessions? What he says in his auditing sessions is none of your business. What anybody say in their auditing sessions is none of your business. See? Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all need to quit running your mouths. Y'all are done. Finito. It's a wrap. It's over for y'all. We see the games y'all trying to play. Y'all don't really want the smoke. Y'all don't want none of this real work. Y'all want to keep it scholarly. But your scholarship is pseudo. You reaching. Another thing. Okay? Y'all want to sit up here and be all in Minister Farrakhan's pockets. Call him a scam artist, a con man. Okay? But what's going on with y'all pockets, though? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, since y'all worried about what's going on in the minister pockets, okay? Y'all claim that he received $3 million from the church and he's getting 10% for this and 15% for that. Well, let me show you how we deal with that. The Nation of Islam and Islam in general, the Holy Quran deals with contracts. If the Muslims engage in any type of business endeavor, especially dealing with money, the Quran teaches us and encourages us to deal with contracts. So you all made an accusation of the minister, and the minister have vehemently denied that he received anything from the church. Okay? Then show and prove to the people that you have a contract or you have paperwork or receipts proving that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is receiving money from the Church of Scientology. The burden of proof is not on us. The burden of proof is on you who made the claim. So show us contracts, receipts, and paperwork. Since the Muslims are only encouraged to deal with contracts, show us the contract. Otherwise, shut your mouth.
Of you, my critics, when I saw something of value in Dianetics, oh, look at that Farrakhan. He sold out. See, I can prove that I didn't get a dime from Dianetics or Scientology. We spent a lot of money buying the books on Dianetics. I saw something of value. I thought we could use it. What did you see of value? Let me tell you what I saw. How many women? No, I don't want you to tell them. How many women in this audience have been sexually abused by members of their family, their fathers, their uncles, their cousins? You don't have to raise your hand or do it like the man that couldn't reach the check. You don't get over sexual abuse easily. When you finally find a man that you love, it's very difficult to give yourself totally to him, because sometimes when he touches you, it reminds you of the foul family member that touched you first. Talk to me. Young boys raped by their own fathers. We've become dogs. You don't get over that. You're a man. So when you've been punked, you try to overcompensate. Don't nobody say nothing to me. You ready to fight at the drop of a hat to...
Yeah, so that's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan saying himself that he never received any money, and he went to explaining what Dianetics is, okay? Now, y'all talking about L. Ron Hubbard being a racist and all this, and like the minister said once before, he don't know all that. He's never seen that in their literature. But real quick, I'm going to read L. Ron Hubbard a message to black people, and let me know if you see racism in this letter, in this message to black people. And then I'm going to make one more point after this, and then I'm going to let you all go. He says, a message for black people. If Scientology were to be used by the black people of America, the gains for which they have striven so hard in the social world would be guaranteed. Scientology can increase intelligence, improve personality, and bring personal power and alertness to any person it is applied. It may seem at first a difficult subject, but it is not. It is far easier than common school subjects. Many black people have already studied it to a professional level. The gates of Scientology are wide open to black people. A professional Scientologist has more social standing and ability to help than any other in any other professional field. If black people, even on a part-time basis, studied it and used it upon other black people, if black centers were to be set up in America for black people, he said black centers were to be set up in America for black people, the standard ability, social activity, and intelligence will be increased far beyond any future possible loss. And he finishes. Look into Scientology and use it to help your own people. For all those who say that we are trying to go to Scientology so white people can work on our heads. No, he's telling us to get it so we can use it for our own people on each other. He said, look into Scientology and use it to help your own people. Let them truly walk in the sun and take their place amongst the most brilliant people on earth. L. Ron Hubbard. Okay? So that destroys the notion and the claim that you all are trying to make. And here's my last point, family. I already got a video on this, but I want you all to see a picture right quick. See some pictures. Since they want to involve us in cult satanic worship, you know what I'm saying? They want to throw up Charles Manson, Jim Jones, Heaven Gates, Madame Blavatsky, Aleister Crowley, and all these satanic people want to associate the Nation of Islam with all these wicked people, although you see none of these people pictures hung up on our walls. You see none of these people teachings in our teachings. Okay? Now, Sara, Suten, Seti asked the question, can a devil fool a Muslim? And we say, no. Not nowadays, okay? Well, then you want to throw a picture. Well, why is Jim Jones and why is the FOI doing security on Jim Jones? You just show them a picture, okay? And then you throw up another picture, okay? Why are they? Why is Jim Jones at Mosque Maryam, you know what I'm saying, where the Muslims have their meetings at? And you just show a picture, but you don't really give no context of or the history of what was taking place at that time. You just ask, can a devil fool a Muslim? And then you said, hell yeah. Well, I say, hell no, a devil can't fool a Muslim. And this is why Jim Jones has FOI security. This is why he was able to speak at Mas Maryam, because it was this hypocrite right here by the name of Wafdeen Muhammad. See, you can show a picture, but you don't get a proper context or the history of what went down. Okay? Now, I don't know what kind of man or individual Jim Jones was. Okay? But obviously, you know what I'm saying, he was buddied and rubbing shoulders with a hypocrite by the name of Wolfdeen Muhammad. And we teach that anybody can turn hypocrite overnight. Okay? But this is your reason right here. On your screen is why he had FOI security on him and he was speaking at Mosque Maryam. This is the reason. It wasn't because of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It wasn't because of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's because his hypocrite son by the name of Wolfdeen Muhammad. And that's why you had that. Oh, yeah, it's also in the Bilalian newspaper. Them there together in the Bilalian newspaper. Okay? So quit lying to the people and give the people the full context of what happened. Give them the history and give them the truth. Give them the facts. Quit lying to the people. And just know, ain't nobody sneak dissing. We right in your face and we giving you all of this work. You can get all of this work. Okay? So don't try to associate the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who L. Ron Hubbard was associated with. The minister had nothing to do with L. Ron Hubbard and who he was associated with. Okay? The only reason why we're there is to receive the technology called Dianetics. So quit asking the question, okay, why are y'all over there in the Church of Scientology? Quit asking the question. We just answered the question for you. We just there to get this technology to help our people. Okay, so all that extra stuff that y'all talking about and y'all doing 2-hour videos. It just took me 30 minutes just to do this. But y'all doing 1 hour and 30 minutes, 2-hour videos, talking about a whole lot of nothing that has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam. Okay, all of the dirt that y'all had on the church, you know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to associate us with it. Okay, so when it comes to Jim Jones and Dr. Khaled, I got 2 other videos for the viewers to go and check them out because the niggas continue to lie, but I'm not going to go over that any further. Go check the videos out, family. Okay, these dudes is bodied. You know what I'm saying? They a rap. You know what I'm saying? I done murdered their whole career before a debate even happened. You know what I'm saying? They don't even need, there's no need for a debate. You know what I'm saying? These dudes are pseudo scholars. They don't know what the hell they talking about. And it's just a waste of time because they coming with BS facts against the Nation of Islam. It's not even worthy of a debate. Debate over. They got ether. In 30 minutes, less than an hour. Okay? So I'm done. Family, if this is your first time on this channel, go ahead and press that subscribe, that like, that share button, bro. And we done with these cats. Salute. Assalamu alaikum.